Very good afternoon. I am Shilpa and I welcome you all again to the NCERT live phone-in program. In this session, we will discuss about 3 questions, which is a chapter from class 7th English textbook. So, we will try to understand what more we can learn from this chapter. And we have Professor R. Meghanathan from the language department in NCERT. I welcome you, sir.
So, thank you very much. Welcome learners, good afternoon, namaskar. Please, we will discuss the first lesson class 7, 3 questions. We will understand the text, do some vocabulary, then some speaking activity.
Okay. Sir, actually before you proceed, many viewers were saying why you particularly chose 3 questions by this chapter.
Why? Because you know that children are in school or not in school, schools are teaching online, we are also teaching through various modes, and most likely they may have started the first lesson. So, let us take class 7 first lesson. Last time we did class 6 first lesson, so that learners can read. If they have not read it, let them read read again, then we will discuss some other things. So, let us understand the text of the 3 questions first lesson by Leo Tolstoy, the famous Russian apostle of peace. He was a peace loving writer.
Yeah, okay. Please. So, shall we proceed, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Learners, we understand we too will be equally participating. We expect the learners there to participate. Sorry.
Okay.
The 3 questions, the first lesson, if you look at the slide there, we have titled it, we understand the text and we understand the vocabulary used there, then some speaking activity.
Right.
So, learners, be ready, and we are going to give you lots of questions to answer with you, Shilpa, they will be answering.
Okay.
Fine. Okay. Let me put some questions to you. Let me put some questions to you. Look at that picture there, learners. 3 questions. This is also there. A king, a hermit, some trees. They are digging the ground. We will come back to the picture later. Shilpa, I am going to ask you if you had to ask 3 important questions to someone who you love the most or respect the most. What are your 3 questions? Maybe your parents, or grandparents, or teachers, or even God appears before you. You want to ask 3 questions. What are those 3 questions?
Okay, the 3 questions. If I have given options of 3 questions, first I will ask to my parents, and the question would be how to decide who is the good human.
Very good, good thing, and, good thing.
Then another person would be my teacher. Basically, I will ask how not to fail in my life.
Okay.
So that would be one question I will ask to my teacher. And another one I am gonna be asking myself.
Okay.
What I am capable of.
Very good.
This is the 3 questions I would like.
Very nice. Very good. And the first questions to the parents, how to
decide who is the good human.
Good human person.
Yeah.
Then second one.
Then the third to the teacher, how not to fail in life.
And third is
to myself.
Very reflective person, understanding. You have put you are shooting the right questions to right persons. So here is a king. I know that, but I'm really happy that you don't want to ask any questions to God. Probably all the 3 questions can be asked to you can ask God. No. The idea is now we have a king here who has 3 questions in his mind, like you, and in one way or other these 3 questions resemble with the questions you asked. Learners, you may have also got those 3 questions. Don't worry, here is a king who wants another 3 questions. Let us try what are those questions, and these are the 3 questions. Shilpa, the king is pondering over. If you see the picture there, image there, the king is pondering over, and the 3 questions are I am going to ask you to read out the question later. Before we understand the 3 questions, let us now inform the learners and teachers there and parents too, what are we expecting the learners to learn through this 40 minutes discussion, interaction and activity. Come on, let me request you read the objectives. You will read one and I will read the other.
Okay. So the first objective is, at the end of the lesson, learner will be able to read a story, 3 questions, and identify main ideas, characters, sequences of ideas and events, and also relate with his or her personal experiences.
Yes, learners are expected to read, must have read or read the lesson and understand the events, sequences and relate with their life. Then the second objective would be, they would be responding to the variety of questions based on the story. We are going to ask them a lot of questions, multiple choice or fill in the blanks on those questions which are at the end of the textbook, the lesson, they will be answering. The third one, will you please read out for them?
Third is use appropriate words to deduce meanings from clues in context while reading a variety of texts.
Fine. Okay, learners, you will be learning some vocabulary, very interesting vocabulary, how same word is used as noun as well as verb. Then third one, let me read out to them, they will be learning to speak in a context. Based on the story events, they will be making some points and using, speaking to themselves or their siblings at home. Thank you very much, Shilpa, for reading out. Come on, now let us look at the 3 questions the king wanted. Come on, let me ask you to read out.
Okay, so the first question is, what is the right time to begin something? And the second question, which people should he listen to? And the third, what is the most important thing for him to do?
Fine. Look at, in one way or other, your 3 questions resemble with that. Okay, this is also very reflective questions, Shilpa. So, learners, what would be your answers, and Shilpa, what would be your answer to
for
this,
the first question?
First question.
What is the right time to begin something? I would say that my father used to say one couplet. He always used to say that whatever you gonna do tomorrow, do it today.
Okay.
And whatever today, do it now.
Okay. So, right time is now.
Now.
Probably you are like a philosopher, the hermit. We will see it later. Then,
which people should he listen to? So,
what would be your answer? Learners, what would be your answers?
So, learners can definitely comment their question, answers in our YouTube description, comment box. They can comment there. Which people should I listen to would be my parents.
Okay, only now. Okay, when you grow up as an adult, you are in a decision making.
Then I'll be listening to myself.
Okay, you should listen to yourself and your inner voice, your conscience.
Right.
Fine. Let us see whether the king gets these answers. What is the most important thing to do in life for him as a king, as a ruler? The world is undergoing a lot of trouble now. So, what is the right thing to do? We don't know.
Right.
Yeah, what is the right thing to do?
Like in the perspective of the king, you are asking, or should
as an individual?
As an individual, the most important thing for me to do is to save myself.
Okay, save yourself at this juncture, and people around you.
Yes.
Very good, nice. Nice, learners. This is what we have seen, the 3 questions. The king is perplexed. Look at the picture there. Pondering over, confused, chaotic. What would be the answers to my 3 questions? So, let us see the summary of the lesson in order to understand how we have read. Here is the summary. So, I am going to ask you, Shilpa, to read one after another, so that the learners get the point. Read slowly and loudly.
Okay.
Please.
So, the summary of the story is, once there was a king who had 3 questions in his mind. He wished to know the answers of the questions to be a successful ruler.
He wanted answers. Why? Because, come on, you yourself read the 3 questions.
Okay. So, the 3 questions he had, what is the right time to begin something? Second question, which people should he listen to? And the third question is, what are the most important things for him to do?
Fine. The third point in the summary is that, okay, he got 3 questions, confused. He sent his messengers across the country, throughout the country, and he consulted his ministers to find answers to the question.
Then what happened next is the king sent his messenger throughout his kingdom to find the answers for his questions. The king was not satisfied with the answers, so he decided to seek the advice from a hermit.
Hermit, okay. He visited a hermit in the jungle. The hermit listened to the king, but did not speak a word and went on digging the ground.
Right.
Then what happens? Let's see.
So the next what happened is he asked the hermit whether he could help in digging the earth.
Okay.
The king continued digging the ground till evening.
Then a man came running towards the hermit and the king with their hand in his wounded stomach. He was bleeding.
Right. And the king cleaned the wound and dressed it twice to control the flow of blood.
Then they went to the king cleaned the wound. Then in the morning, when the king got up from his sleep, he saw the wounded man touching his feet and pleading for forgiveness.
Right.
Come on, go ahead.
The king went to look for the hermit who was sowing seeds in the beds that they had dug the day before.
Fine. The king has not got answers to his question. Then the king asked the hermit, he begged the hermit, please answer my questions. The hermit coolly replied, your questions have already been answered.
Right.
So the king is now confused. My questions, how did they get answered? Come on. Now.
So the next, hermit said that the most important time is now. The most important person at that particular moment is we ourselves. The most, okay, so the next maybe sir you would like to read?
The most important thing to do is to do good to others.
Right.
Okay. Learners, the king has got the answers through the experience, through the action. So now, let's summarize the story orally to our learners. How did you do that? Say it to our learners. There was a king who had 3 questions. Then
he sent all his messenger to all across the kingdom to find the solution for his questions, and later he himself visited a hermit who was staying in woods since ages, right? So
yes, for a long time. Yeah.
So when he asked answers for his questions, he got no reply from the hermit. But at the end, hermit said that you have got the answers of your all questions with your own experiences.
With your own actions.
Right.
Okay. Now, so now learners, let's see whether Shilpa, me as well as you learners have understood the lesson very well, the understanding of the text through the summary and your own reading. We have got some questions, and the best question is multiple choice question.
Okay.
So I am going to ask you the question.
Okay.
You are going to say the right answer to the questions. I will take the mark from here in the camera, this one.
Okay.
I will say, why did the king want to know the answers to his 3 questions? He thought that these were important questions to be a good ruler. He thought that he would never fail if he knew answers to the questions, 3 questions. Someone asked him the 3 questions. The questions appeared in his dreams. So what would be the answer?
I would say according to this story, option A and B.
Oh, okay, learners, Shilpa is a good learner. You also, why? Because there are possible questions possible where more than one answer is right. Okay, he wanted to be a good ruler as well as he
had never wanted to fail in his life.
Okay. Now next question. How did the king seek answers to his 3 questions? He sent messengers throughout his kingdom and promised large sum of money as reward. He asked his ministers to find answer. He promised that he would give his kingdom to the person who answers his 3 questions. He sent messengers to other countries to seek answers to his questions. Which one?
So the first option,
yes,
he sent messengers throughout the kingdom.
Yes. So he was searching the answer throughout his kingdom. No one was able to answer. Why was the king advised to go to the magicians? Look at that. He was asked to go to the magicians. So you yourself can take mark.
So the first option, only magicians could know the right time, right person, right things to do because they can do wonders. Second option, magicians know everything and change people. Third, magicians will not listen to anyone. D, magicians are like gods. I would say first option.
Very good, very good. Thank you. Now, why did the king decide to go to a hermit? He knew a hermit can answer his questions nobody was able to answer the 3 questions. Then he thought that even the hermit would not answer his questions. The king knew the answers but wanted to check it with the hermit.
Option A, I would say, he knew a hermit who can answer his questions.
Because with his experiences and all, he can answer his questions. Come on, look at the 5th question. Why did not the hermit answer the questions of the king first?
Because he did not know the answers. He knew the answer but wanted the king to do the work for him. The hermit wanted the king to find the answer himself through experience. The hermit wanted someone to come and tell the king the answers.
Fine, which one?
I would take 2 options.
Fine, please go ahead, go ahead.
Because he did know the answers.
Yes.
And the hermit wanted the king to find the answer himself.
Yes. So, the hermit wanted the king to experience and know the answer. So, there is no one-time solution to any question, so experience. Now,
a man who came with a wound in his stomach. So, this has the option plan to kill the king, king's soldier, hermit's disciple, king's friend.
Yes. First one,
Huh.
the king who met a person who came to him with a wounded, he was seeking forgiveness. Why? Because he plotted to kill him.
Right.
So, when you read the story, understand better. We have left out some points there. Okay, learners, now I am going to ask you whether the following statements are true or false based on your reading. First we did multiple choice. Now I am going to check it out whether you have understood the story well. So I am going to ask you, you have to say true or false,
Okay.
write T or F,
Okay.
or into a tick mark.
Okay.
The queen asked the king the 3 questions.
It's false.
Because we never knew that whether he had a
This queen, yeah.
yeah. The king's first question was, what is the right time to begin something? Is it right?
It's true.
Yes. Then the king found answers to his questions from his ministers.
No, he did not.
Yes. Great. Then the king went on his own to the hermit to find answers to his question.
It's true.
Yes. Then the king got his answers to the questions from the hermit the moment he met. There is a mistake there.
It's false. No, hermit did not answer. that
Answer
one.
immediately. He asked him to. He did not say anything. Let him learn from experience. Okay. Then let's continue.
See the following statements are true or false.
Again. Okay. The hermit did not answer the question immediately. True or false?
It's true.
Fine. The king knew the man who came with the wound in his stomach was his enemy.
No, before he wasn't aware, later on he got to know.
Yes.
So it's false.
Yes. The king never got answers to his questions from the hermit.
It's true.
No, never got answers till the end.
Yeah. In the end, but he said na ki you can experience, you have already been answered.
Okay, some of our learners might think that this is false.
So that's a tricky one, so you can answer it.
No, I am not answering. Okay, because the king answered at the end. Okay, probably so. I am marking it both true and false. Let learners decide.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Good learning. This is what learners, we must think the alternatives to the answer. One. Now, the king got answers to his 3 questions at last from the hermit. True.
He realized
the answer.
he did not get the answer,
No,
but,
but the king said no. The right time is now. So let's go back to the summary now.
Okay.
Okay, learners, look at the slide there. You will find the hermit said that. Come on, read out.
The hermit said that the most important time is now. The most important person at that particular moment is we ourselves. The most important thing to do is to do good to others.
Okay, then accordingly, come to the camera now. This paper, then you will understand.
King got answers to his 3 questions at the last from. It's true then.
Now it's true, learners. So why we did this? We went back to the summary. When you answer the questions, particularly reading comprehension questions, they should go back and refer to the story again. That's what learners. Now let's also listen to the story once more. Let's recall the story. Shilpa is going to read out to you for you learners. Come on.
Okay. 3 questions arose in the minds of a king, in the mind of the king. He asked the questions to people and wise men in the country. No one answered the questions he had. The king decided to go to a hermit to find answers to his questions. He went along as a common man to the hermit.
Okay, then next thing, come on, read out.
Next is the king asked the 3 questions to the hermit. The hermit did not reply the questions immediately. The king joined the hermit in digging the earth. The king kept on digging the earth. The hermit did not answer his questions. A man came to them with a wound in his stomach. The king treated him with herbs and nursed him. Next day the man begged for forgiveness of the king as he plotted to kill him. The king at last begged the hermit to answer the questions. The hermit answered that the king's questions have already been answered.
Answered that, that's a mistake.
Right.
The hermit answered the king's questions by saying that your questions have been already been answered. Come on, learners, it's very good. Now, Shilpa, we have introduced the lesson, we have summarized it, and we have done some understanding question, comprehension question.
Right.
Learners, I am sure that you must have read it. If not, please read again and answer these questions. You may watch again. Now, having understood the story, attempted some questions to understand. There are many more questions in the textbook they can answer. Now, let's learn some words and phrases, vocabulary, and some words for that matter. Okay. Vocabulary. Look at the slide there. Read the sentence here. There, some words are used in different ways.
Okay.
So let's come to that how they are used. Now read the sentence there.
He promised to help me during my crisis. He has kept his promise.
Fine. Look at that first word, promised, and the next second word, underlined word, promise. He promised. What did he do? He promised.
Promised.
He has kept his promise. So that's a difference. First one is an action.
Right.
Next one is the name.
Okay.
So he promised to help me during the crisis. So he did an action. That's an action verb.
Right.
Then he kept his promise. That's noun. So we are going to see now, learners and Shilpa ji, we will how the same word is used as noun, verb or adjective.
Okay.
That's very interesting. English is a wonderful language, any language for that matter. Now look at some more sentences there. Here on the paper. Come on, let's read.
Don't judge people by appearance. Your judgment should be based on their actions.
Okay, look at it. Let us circle. Don't judge people and judgment. So you are judging someone. That's your action. That's verb.
Right.
Then judgment is noun. Even the same word judge can be used as noun. He is a judge. Okay, now.
So this is noun.
And this is verb.
This is verb.
This is
okay.
noun.
This is noun. Okay.
Suppose the judge judged correctly. The judge is the person, noun.
Right.
Judged is verb. So the same word is used as verb as noun. Okay. Now look at the second one. Will you read out for the
king was expecting answers from the hermit, but the hermit did not answer.
Fine. Okay. Now look at it. Look at the first one. What it is?
The king was expecting answers from the hermit.
Yeah. It is noun.
Okay.
He was expecting answers, but the hermit did not answer. It's an action. Okay. This is verb. This is what we are going to see, learners, now. So the same word in English is used as verb, noun as well as adjective. So here are some for you, some challenge for you learners as well as Shilpa.
Okay.
I am going to ask you. Let's test our vocabulary knowledge. Okay. Here it is. Your dash of the problem is correct. You dash right. You need you are a good dash.
Okay.
Judge. Use the word judge.
Use the word judge. Okay. So I have only these two options?
Yes, these two options, and same may be used as verb and noun.
Okay.
Okay.
Your judgment of the problem is correct.
Okay, your judgment of the problem
is correct.
Noun. Okay.
You judge right.
Okay, fine.
You are a good judge.
So here it is noun. Look at it, learners. Your judgment of the problem is correct. You judge right, and you are a good judge. First is noun, second is verb. You judge right, then you are a good judge. It's a noun. Okay. Now, next one.
The committee dash to take a dash by tomorrow. The committee decide
Yes. So, decide
to take
a
decision
yes.
by tomorrow.
Okay. Decide, verb, decision,
Noun.
noun. Learners, you can play with this with your siblings, brother, sister, friend, your parents, anybody at home. Okay. I am reading out. Next one, you will have to say which word.
Okay.
The words given in the option are forgiven or forgive. Anyone who committed a blunder should ask for dash, and a good person will dash.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyone who committed a blunder should ask for forgiveness, and a good person should forgive.
Okay, fine. Second one is the verb, first one is the noun. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, look at people in dash in their opinions in a dash manner differ different.
People differ in their opinions
Very good.
in a different manner.
Very good. So, differ is verb and different manner is here different is adverb or adjective, whatever. Let us not bother, they are used differently.
Okay.
Don't dash the questions now. You dash should not be long.
Don't answer the questions now.
Yes.
And again, your answer should not be long.
Okay. So, one is verb, second one is noun. Okay. Eighth one. A dash is the one who delivers objectively. Judge or judgment.
Okay. A judge is the one who delivers judgment, and he should judge objectively.
Okay. Okay. A judge, first judge is what? Noun. Okay. Yeah. Noun. Second one is judgment. Okay. Again noun.
He should judge objectively.
Then this is verb.
Verb, right.
Okay. Fine. All right. Learners, very interesting. Let's have some more. Before we move on to our, how much time? We have time, no?
Yes.
Yeah. Another 10 minutes. Yeah. Whatever time. Okay. A dash is the one who dash the patient. Nurse. Very interesting. Yeah.
A nurse is the one.
Okay. Noun. Can we say noun?
Yes.
Who nurses?
The patient.
So verb. Okay. Then next one. The person who meet every day.
A teacher is the one who teaches.
Okay. A teacher is noun. Teachers is okay. Fine. Then
he dashed the plants with a special dash of herbs. He waters the plant.
Yes.
He waters.
So verb waters. Yes. Then
the plants with a special water of herbs.
Yes. So here noun. Second one is noun. Okay. He dash everyone to get dash.
He anger everyone to get no.
He angers. Yes?
He angers, right? He angers everyone to get angry.
Yes.
Okay.
So anger is noun. Then angry is anger can also be noun.
Okay.
Your anger is not right.
Right.
Your anger was unwarranted, not necessary. Okay. Some more words as nouns and verbs. Okay. Learners, the word is access. You should use them as both as noun and verb.
Okay.
Learners dash internet to learn, but does to internet is limited in rural areas.
Okay. Learners access internet to learn,
Verb.
but access to internet is limited in rural areas.
Very good. You feel dash when a part of body dash, the word is ache.
You feel an ache when a part of the body aches.
So, first is noun, Then second is verb.
Verb,
Okay,
right.
fine. One should dash between play and studies. This dash is this will benefit.
yeah.
Okay, sorry.
One should balance between play and studies.
Verb or noun?
This is, yes,
Verb.
it's verb.
Yeah.
This balance will benefit.
Very good. Now, the police officer dashed the man in blue shirt, but he did not
Reach him.
he did not reach him. Yeah, call the police.
The police officer called the man in blue shirt, but
His call.
okay.
His call. His call did not
did
reach
not
him.
reach him.
Here noun. There is a mistake.
There is the verb. Yeah.
Fine. The word is catch. He dash fish every Sunday. His dash is not sufficient. Catch. The word is catch.
Okay. He catches fish every Sunday, and his catch is not sufficient.
He catches fish every Sunday, but his catch is not sufficient. So first
is
is
verb.
verb, second is noun.
Noun.
Okay, learners, it's very interesting. We now learn to use some words as noun, same word as noun and verb.
Okay.
So what I do is some more. She dash very well. Her dash is telecast on television channels every time. Okay.
She dances very well.
Okay, verb. Then
Her dance is telecast on television channel.
very good. The program is dash. That dash is due to lockdown.
The program is delayed.
Very good. Verb. Yeah.
The delay is due to the lockdown.
Very good. People.
In both these are verb or noun.
No.
This one is noun.
Now.
Okay.
The delay. It is delayed, but delay. The people dash death. Fear should overcome. Oh, sorry. Should be overcome. Okay, I have put it one hand side. Okay. People.
People fear death.
So that is verb there.
Okay.
Here fear is noun. Fear should be overcome. Then look at the last one. We should not dash our planet by greedy acts. The dash will have effect on our lives. Last one.
We should not harm our planet by our greedy acts. The
Verb.
harm will have effect on our lives.
Fine. Learners, you may notice some such thing in your textbook, summer activities, or when you read a newspaper, or when you read any short story or anything. You may notice this, and you may try to use in your real life situations. Thank you very much for Shilpa for doing the activity and the learners there. Now we will move on to some sort of some speaking activities there. Before that, let's see the picture on the screen. The king is seeking answers to the hermit, his answers, and he is getting the answers. This is drawn by a school teacher, Vandana Gautam, and some picture is drawn by my neighbor, two children, Dakshan Jiva and Ashwin Sampath Vail. I requested them, they read the story. One is in class 3, another is class 7. So, and the teacher is teaching these books in Delhi government schools, Mrs. Vandana Gautam. Thank you Ashwin, Jiva and Vandana ji for helping me out to make some pictures, so that children can draw these pictures. Class 7 children will be interested. Okay. Now I think we don't have much time. How much time left?
We have approximately 5 to 6 minutes.
5 to 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Two things. We'll spend 2-3 minutes, learners, in thinking about how the king was, and how the king was, and how the hermit was. Look at it. Here is the description of the hermit. Now we are not describing him. The hermit, the king himself is narrating the experiences. Okay. Now Shilpa and the learners there, assume that you are the king.
Okay.
You are going to describe. The first thing what you do is you gather ideas, and recall, write things, note down, and in 2 minutes you are going to narrate your experience. Learners, you may take up your pen and paper, notebook. Imagine you are the king, and you are going to narrate the events. Okay, I am going to give you some clues. If you look at the paper there, we know the king had great experience. Imagine that you are the king and describe your experiences. Here are some clues for you, because class 7 learners, they said, sir, how can we write all in a sudden? Come on, let us brainstorm. So here are, can you read out for the learners?
Yes. The 3 questions occurred in my mind. I asked for the people to, I have to complete it?
Yeah, learners have to complete.
I asked for the people to find out answers for my questions. I decided to visit Hermit alone, in the words. I met Hermit, and then I saw a man wounded, particularly his stomach was wounded.
Now count, continue. Learners, this is the clue. Iske baad, you have to really continue.
Okay.
Okay, come on. Now take 1 minute. Learners, you also take 1 minute. In between, I will try to give you some more clues. Some writes something, 3-4 lines about the assuming as a king, about the whole event, like diary writing. Come on.
Okay.
Learners.
So ahead of this,
and also from the beginning.
Okay.
From the beginning. Come on, learners, take 1 minute. I am silent. You are also working on it. Okay.
yes.
Okay, no, and it's speaking, it's only jotting down to speak. Now, learners, you may have also written some such description, some sentences you may read out, and Shilpa is reading out what she has done. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have written is, king had wanted to rule the world successfully, so he raised 3 questions to himself, and in search of the answer he asked his ministers, he asked all the persons in the kingdom to search for the answer, and in return he will give reward to that person. But he was not satisfied with the answer he received.
You are the king now.
I am the king.
No, so
okay.
I come on, go back. Sorry, I should have pointed out. Yeah.
Okay.
Sir.
So basically I had wanted to rule the world.
Yes.
So I raised 3 questions. If I'll master the answer of 3 questions, I can actually rule the world. So what had happened, I had wanted to find the solution for my answers. I searched all the answers everywhere, but I couldn't find it. But I was aware that there's one person is staying in the forest, and he is Hermit. So I visited him, but I couldn't get the answer there. So what he didn't answer me
directly.
Yeah, directly he didn't answer me. But on spending time with Hermit, later on, he said that with your own experiences and whatever happened with you just back, you can answer your all questions with your own.
Okay.
So
what are the answers the king gave? The hermit gave to the king. King.
He said that I need to see that summary now.
No issue. The right time is now.
Yes.
The right people are we ourselves,
Huh.
and the right thing is good thing to do, people. Thank you very much, learner Shilpa. Then another speaking activity, we don't have time. Imagine you are the hermit and narrate your events. You can jot down the ideas and speak to your partner, your friend at home, or parents. So whatever, look at the picture image there. We thank the learners for that, and there is a homework for you learners. Please read the lesson and try to answer the questions at the end of the book, and the YouTube channel, you can watch it again and answer those questions, and the words, how same word used as verb and noun. So thank you Shilpa for actively taking part, and learners, thank you very much. We will meet you in the next session with some other class 7 or class 8, whatever the lesson for upper primary. And learners, stay safe, wash your hands often, wear mask, and also take care of yourself, your neighbors, and don't worry, we will overcome. And at this juncture, we should salute the corona warriors, medical staff, sanitary staff, policemen, and those people in this studio who are with us. Thank you very much, Shilpa.
Right.
Yeah.
So today we very well understood about the 3 questions, which is a chapter from the English textbook of class 7th, and particularly we today demonstrated, we actually did several activities how we can, with the help of this chapter, we can work on enhancing our vocab, our speaking skills, and also the text part. We worked on that.
Thank you.
And for all the information, thank you, Professor Meghnathan.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I thank Shilpa for actively taking part and the learners there.
We will be back at 2:30 p.m. So be with us. We will be back after a short while. Till then, I am Shilpa signing off.